With unemployment still at record highs, job creation is still a #1 priority. Some in Congress feel that the energy industry is the key to creating new jobs. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Comcast Newsmakers. I'm Robert Traynor. Joining me is Congressman Doug Lamborn, Republican from Colorado. Congressman, welcome to the program.
Robert, thanks for inviting me.
9.1 unemployment. Millions of people are still unemployed. Millions more are underemployed. What is your solution to this problem?
Energy. We have tremendous energy resources in this country, but we're not using them like we could.
A lot of folks out there say we need to open up ANWR in Alaska. Some folks are saying perhaps we need to take a look at the Marcellus Shale in Pennsylvania. Others are saying that we need to take a look at clean coal technology here in this country. Your response to those solutions?
Well, even without ANWR, there is a huge naval petroleum reserve in Alaska that we could look at first. There's offshore Alaska, there's more in the Gulf of Mexico, and there's offshore in Virginia, plus onshore all over the country.
It seems pretty novel that we would obviously use energy here in America. Why haven't we done so?
Well, this administration, unfortunately, has been slow walking a lot of the permitting process, and we have areas that are off limits, like the coast of Virginia. And on a bipartisan basis, the Virginia delegation says, hey, let's use that as a resource. And it was going to, but then it was pulled back. So we have a restrictive policy right now. And the advantage, Robert, to using American energy here at home is that it creates American jobs and it produces revenues for the state and national treasuries, which reduces the deficit, and it gives us independence in our energy compared to these people overseas, many of whom don't like us.
Congressman, some environmentalists out there would say, well, wait a minute, when you take a look at the Gulf of Mexico spill, the BP oil spill, when you take a look at Exxon Valdez that happened in the late 1980s out in Alaska, when you take a look at some of those horrific situations, all the more reason why the government needs to protect not only us, but also the environment so that that doesn't happen again. Your response?
I agree. We don't want any of those things ever to happen again. I think that we have put in a lot of regulations into place that were never there before, and our technology is better than ever before. So I think we've adequately addressed those concerns so that in an environmentally safe and responsible manner, we can go forward.
So what's the next step?
The next step is for some of the House legislation that the Republicans have put forth, with some bipartisan support from my Democratic colleagues, to pass those bills to the Senate. We're going to be debating those all fall because we have a real emphasis on jobs. I know the president wants to create jobs too. Hopefully he'll sign these into law if they can pass the Senate as well as the House. But we have bills to make it easier to do permitting off of the coast of the United States and in the Naval Petroleum Reserve in Alaska.
Congressman, the viewers at home, I'm sure, are probably saying, this sounds phenomenal, but I need a job today. I need a job tomorrow. I need to put food on the table immediately. How soon do you think, if in fact you and your Republican colleagues were able to pass something in the House, and realistically if the president was to sign it into law, which is debatable, how soon do you think real jobs would be created in this country?
The full amount of jobs would be down the line a little ways. However,
a year, 6 months, 2 years?
Even,
you don't know?
No, several years. But some jobs are created immediately when you start to open up the permitting process, the people that do the planning and the initial exploration. So the full amount of jobs, yes, we're talking about several years down the line.
The reason why I asked the question is because according to some reports, a new study was released back in September from the Wood Mackenzie Research Organization, 1 million additional jobs by 2018, 1.4 million jobs by 2030. Those are a lot of jobs.
Yeah, and we'd have to wait for some of them, but some would be created immediately. And also, with a better regulatory environment, we'd have more investment to open up other areas of the country, some discoveries we don't even know about today.
We have about 15 seconds left, Congressman. In all likelihood, what is the chance of something passing the House and the Senate by the end of this year? A real jobs bill?
We're going to do our best. I think overall jobs, we will take some of the president's bill and pass it.
Thank you very much, Congressman. Really appreciate it. And of course, thank you for watching this edition of Comcast Newsmakers. I'm Robert Traynor. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you next time. Take care.